It takes a while. In the end, is it worth violence? Feel so.
All right, go Jimmy Ray.
Hello, Sim Race fans. I am your host, Jim Ray, here along with my partner, Milt Minter Jr. We are live at the virtual Kentucky Speedway iRacing's version for FSB's Craftsman Truck I Series. It's Wednesday night. This is race number 5. And again, we've got all kinds of anticipation for this one with 5 different winners potentially in tonight's race because we've had 4 different winners going into our 5th race. Milt, it's sunset here in Kentucky. The crowd is packed. What are you thinking about tonight here in Kentucky?
I'm thinking about Kentucky woman. Dun dun. She gets to know you. Dun dun. She gets to show you. I think Neil Diamond does it a little better, but we're looking for winner number what 5 now, or 6. We've had a different winner every week, and so maybe we'll see one this week. Kentucky, 1.5 mile egg shaped funky oval. Um, they have to, get off it significantly in these corners, even though there's a lot of banking. Should be some good 2 wide racing.
Also, league owner, promoter, and producer here for FSB Racing Live, Sam Young. Sam, you got a mic on with us tonight?
I think I do. I'm hoping I do. Anyway, Jim Ray, good to see you and Milty. Hey, I think we got a good show tonight, but we have noticed tonight there's a little bit of a difference that we have never noticed is the green wall on all the way around the track, and we're just wondering what that represents, because it doesn't represent bluegrass. Anyway, back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Sam. We're going to Google that in the pre-race show and see where the green ball came from. I have not been here in a while, so I just ran a few practice laps just to get a feel for what the truck's like and the fixed setup that these guys are going to be driving tonight. And it looks, you can handle it, obviously cruising around, but once you get into traffic and the draft and the nose of the car, when you follow someone, you're going to start pushing. So you're going to see these guys jockeying for position, bump drafting down the back straight. It's going to be wild, just like last week. We had a real exciting race, Milt, and we're looking for more of the same tonight with, it looks like about 15 trucks. And qualifying should be underway here. It's already over. We are in warm up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that could represent Kentucky bluegrass and little California Shinshimian mixed together. Yeah, you can play 18 holes on it and then get stoned to the bejesus after.
Well done, well done.
But we got we got Hale out there, and that's good. We had to kind of peel him off the wall last week, but we peeled him right to the booth, and did he do a wonderful job subbing in? And we don't want to see him in the booth, even though he did a great job. We want to see him in victory lane. So, by the way, that's my pick, Jeff Hale for the win.
Right on, just like that. Yeah, Jeff Hale did a fantastic job in the booth. We really get those insights because you and I aren't running this series, so we don't know exactly what's going on with these trucks. But they have him with all the information, what the drivers are thinking, what they're trying to do, and especially from his teammates' perspective, that was outstanding. So don't want to see him in here under these conditions, but maybe in another series or a series he's not running in, we definitely have to have Jeff Hale back in the booth. It was fantastic. Great pick. While I'm here, before we do our starting lineup, how about my new partner in crime? I'm going to go with Craig Stukas as a pick in the 18 car. He and I are signed up to run the 12 Hours of Bathurst in a couple weeks, along with Chet and our buddy Matt. So let's go Craig Stukas. See if he can steal a win here for us. What about you, Sam? You got a pick for us?
I am going to go with Jason Seams. Just keep rooting for him, and I think he's due.
Seems like a good pick. Can't go wrong. Well, we can get into more into Kentucky here, but we might as well do some starting lineups. Milt, if you're available, you want to take the first few?
Yeah, it seems that way also with Jason Seams on the pole with a 30.819. The top 5 trucks in the 4 trucks in the 30.8s. Second is the double zero truck of Jared Mogard. His win percentage is up there, dude. And then third is the great one. Mama, there goes that man. The 15 truck of Matt Watkins and your pick, Craig Stukas, in the 18 truck P4.
Starting fifth, Bird's the Word. Usually the largest cheering section over on YouTube Live, without a doubt. Justin Bird in the 13, perennial favorite here at FSB. Donkey Bob Racing teammate Andrew Elliott in the 09, who's poised to take on Sebring in a little while, endurance racing. And how about number 62, Sean Reeves, going to be starting 7th. And another DBR guide, Jamison Pearson, at number 22, is going to be starting 8th.
Dave Ellens in that 115 truck, P9. And my pick in the 10th position, Jeff Hale in the 29 truck, Starbucks entry. Winner here about 4 weeks ago in a real exciting race, Guy Pitra in the 151, or I wouldn't be standing here telling you that. P11. P12, Kevin Mays you're at series admin in the 92. 13th, TG Reese in the 33 truck, and rounding out the field in P14 is the veteran, the 76-year-old Pops Margison in the 99 truck.
Always a crowd favorite, Pops in the 99. He's been running FSB races as long as I can remember. FSB Looking at our point series, because again, we're always points racing at FSB. It's a 13-week season. They're going to have some drops. Right now, they've run 4 races, and they're counting their best 2 finishes so far. So those 2 drops are already in it over at FSBRacing.com. But Matt Watkins is your leader. Jared Mogard second. Craig Stuka third. Justin Bird fourth. And Guy Petra still sitting in fifth. Let's see if we can see the intervals, how close they are. Oh, everybody's within a point. Matt Watkins with a 5-point lead, and then everybody down the line is going to be about 1 point back. So you're going to see position shuffling each week because it's the same competitors each week mixing up positions. But look for a lot of the same things we saw last week. Side draft. Maybe we'll get some green flag pit stops. Initially, when I left pit road, it showed about 40 laps, 45 laps on fuel. So 90 lap race. Maybe some guys are going to come in at 30 mil, or I don't think they're going to get 45. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. In anger, they're probably going to use a little more fuel, and tires will definitely, though not as much in a cup car uh, as far as tire wear, but when these trucks still, they're going to, have choices to make because everybody got choices.
Yeah, big shout out to Mud Dog Motorsports and Kevin Mays, your series sponsors here. These are trophy series here at FSB. Pro Cup, you're going to have the Craftsman Truck I Series, you're going to have Xfinity, and then off-season demo stuff, all kinds of stuff going on, and late model tour series as well at fsbracing.com. But Mud Dog Motorsports, your sponsor here. And again, Auto Club Speedway last week, Matt Watkins taking that exciting win in Bazooka. He's going to try to go back-to-back, but like we said, 4 races, 4 different winners. We're going for number 5 tonight. And that's what kind of brings me to a racetrack, is that parity when you just don't know what's coming, Milt.
Absolutely, and some of it's been wrecks, but just a lot of it's been timely cautions and strategy, getting guys up front at the right time, and then seems like the big theme in these trucks is air on the nose. Everybody talks about air on the nose. When you see Jason Seams get out front, and you're like, man, he's pulling away from Jared Mogart and Matt Watkins. That dirty air is just really killing these guys trying to keep up with the leader, and you can see they're tempering that at the beginning. And if they got to come from the back, yeah, they get through some of the guys easier earlier because nobody's really fighting for position that hard. But you're going to see passing is going to be much harder towards the end of this race with this definitely steep banking and tight corners.
Jason Seams, your pole sitter. It's his 4th event so far this season. Let's see how he's been doing so far. Trying to find him on the standings there. Where are we? I can't quite get the box going there, but he's having a heck of a season. Only 1 Seams out here. When I first showed up, I thought we had 6 or 7, maybe 8 in that one race. And Jason Seams is still here, and then maybe we can get on a super speedway. We'll get some more of them out there. But that was a whole lot of fun when you have all your family out there on a race. You see that with Hale and his nephew, with Bird and stuff like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, and they plan on doing more of that, but they're in construction, and they're big time construction, and so a lot of times construction puts you out of town working. Racing isn't always you're not always able to race, but Jason, he's the boss, so he's somebody I know that has way more power tools than I do. That's for sure. As he told me last week after the race. He's a DeWalt man.
Very cool.
Well, he is my pick.
We have about. Oh, he is your pick. We've got about 30 seconds to go. Trying to figure out why I'm on the screen.
Lining up on the screen here. Here we go.
That's because it's the Quaker State 400. Quaker State green. That's why the walls are green.
There you go.
Also sponsored by Walmart. And Budweiser, the king of beers. I just threw that in. Actually, I don't see that anywhere on the track, but I'm sponsored by Budweiser, so that makes it good enough.
Yeah, we're hauling Hall's meant to lift this cup drops today, so apology for any voice issues or coughing you guys hear there. We're working on it. But Donkey Bop, never give up. We're here to start a race. We're going to finish a race, and I can't wait to see these trucks lighted up here. This is getting a lot of fun. This is what 10th race we've done, maybe 8th race counting last season. So this is getting funner and funner each time. Sorry, more fun each time. And I think F. Jerry's driving the pace truck today, so hopefully he doesn't lead many laps. He's probably going to lead the first one when he pulls down pit road, but we don't want to see him out there again. We want to see clean and green here. But F. Jerry Forkolb driving the pace truck tonight. Real nice of him to do us a favor.
Absolutely, there. F. Jerry. That's because somehow back in the day in the old sim, it was supposed to come out Jerry F. Because the last name is Forkolb, but it came out F. Jerry, and it stuck. That was his nickname. That's it. You can't live that down, and it was just a typo. But
that's
it's
a
become
good
legendary
version of that story. We'll give you the real story some other time, but that's a good censored version of how he got his nickname.
Absolutely. We're
Anyway,
trying to roll.
We're going
PG
green.
here.
Oh no, we're going to do another lap before we roll green. I think. Right, we're going to do a pace lap.
I believe we're going green.
All righty, Kentucky, 1.5 miles. Let's do it. Are we going green? All right, got it, Milton.
Coming off of turn 4. Pace truck is in. Just don't want to get too crazy here right now. Let's just try to get her going here and give us some time to get these tires warmed up. Long race, 90 laps, and spins the tires. Seems a little bit, and Mogard's off like a turn of hurdles. Matt Watkins down low. They make contact. Well, these guys aren't listening to me, and somehow they manage that, and don't pile it up on the first corner. But that's a little bit of excitement. You're going to see that all night, folks, as Stuka stakes P3.
Great job by the inside line guys there not to accordion into each other and cause a big pile up, so everybody waited. Gets going down the back straight. Good job, everybody. But not a great start for the 88, but he gathered it up, and here we go. Looking at Craig Stukas in the 18. Flow Racing. Heading into turn 1.
Flow Racing. Stuff you can get on the internet. We watched one of our teammates who raced here at FSB run their Mr. McGregor, and definitely it was really cool to have raced, and one race is with dude. We won the 24 hours of Daytona together, and then to see him run real cars at Hickory Speedway.
Last week we saw Jared Mogart starting in the back. Not this time. He grabbed the lead when the 88 spun the tires, and he is out front now in the FAFO 0 car of Jared Mogart out front now. The 88 breathing down his neck.
Let the man go through. Let the man go through.
Side by side.
Right there's a beehive behind him, however. Trying to sort it out, too wide. You can go all the way down to the apron here. You're going to see guys doing that, but it also upsets the truck, so it's risk versus reward, Jim.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of that apron you want to get either. It looks like it's still banked quite a bit. Maybe not on the front straight. You're going to go down there to the grass, I bet. But in the corner, you're going to see guys put a couple tires under that yellow line. Is that going to cause them to get loose? I guess we'll find out. Lap 5, just like that. The top two are starting to pull out a little bit as the next few cars are side by side. Nice little battle there right now. Almost 3 wide with the 09 thinking about it. Don't want to sit there very long right in the middle. And he's got Craig on his outside. Craig working the high line in the red-black truck. He's able to stay there, hold position pretty well. Starbucks 29, Jeff Hale following these two. He's behind Craig on the outside. And really the only one riding the bottom all the way around here is the 09 at the moment.
Well, the 13 started up high, but then tried to find himself down low. I think those where you want to be still. There's some high. Oh, a little bit of contact, Jeff Hale, and against the wall, and that's Stukas against scraping the wall too in the Flow Racing truck. And that's Andrew Elliott down low. Him and Hale are going to take that spot. I'm not sure if Hale got contact or not. It was awful close with the wall, I should say.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Now they're kind of going single file, trying to, that's an awful lot of excitement for 7 laps already in a mile and a half, or might want to rethink your strategy.
Very slight contact, if any, with the wall there, so I think we're good. I don't see any damage on anybody.
Oh, those first 2 are leading away, and definitely, and Pops Martinson running up the rear there, didn't get a good start there, I think, and everybody's pretty much single file back behind this group up. Can Sean Reap stay in that draft and stay up with the 18 truck? He's right there. Here comes Sean Reap.
62, Toro at Killer Ford under the apron there on the yellow, underneath the 18 truck. The 18, gets a piece of the 09. Excuse me.
Yeah!
Great save by the 09. Andrew Elliott
Glad
got
way.
around right there, held
There.
on to it, and 18 got out of it. Great job, guys.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous, and so you can see they're having some issues when they try to pass or change their line and square up the line a little bit.
Oh, the 18 almost getting into the back of the 62. It looks a little like Phoenix when they're going into turn 1 there. The way the way the 62 kind of goes under the yellow line, and then he got a little piece of the wall coming out of turn 2 there. Put a little orange on that green Quaker State wall there.
Yeah, fighting for the top 10 here. Kevin Mays and the Milk Dudes with Guy Pitcher trying to look down there. I've seen Z-Max is also sponsoring this race on the side, on that paint on the side of the walls there, or I wouldn't be standing here telling you that. And Guy Pitcher in that, iconic Ford paint job. Shelby, and more Shelby.
Bird Nation is watching. Thank you, Lawrence. We appreciate that. Anybody else cheering on your favorite driver, we'll give you a drop there and a shout out. Always Bird Nation here at FSB Live, even if he's always in the field. But I bet every night of the week there's a bird looking for a bird here at FSB Racing Live.
Bird's a word. Bird's a word. And Hale and Elliott going out of here. Jeff Hale's feeling pretty jiggy today. After his kicking some butt in the booth. He's trying to kick some butt on and fight for that top 5, but Andretti's not ready to give that away.
Yeah, once the media sees you in the booth, the retirement talk starts. Is it a new career? He had to answer all those questions this week, and he's like, I'm not effing around anymore. I need to get this thing to the front, get back on TV. So here comes the 29. Starbucks truck.
Absolutely.
Top 5. Just out of reach. He started 10th. He's already made up 4 spots. He's a hard charger so far, Jeff Hale.
And now Sean Reap down low trying to take a look. So we're seeing these guys getting rooted out and going to the outside. And let's see if now Elliott next to Bird here trying to, pass for a position running the outside. Was there contact with Hale in the 62? I don't know. It's pretty close. Typically in our experience back in the day, we didn't, couldn't run good on that second line there. But it's like Elliott's got some pace and able to keep that momentum and battle the 13 truck of Justin Bird.
Yeah,
all the way down to
this looks an insane amount of fun as these guys can ride multiple lines. It depends on the draft, depends on where you're comfortable. And like you said, you don't want to follow someone straight through the corner. You're just going to push. I've been riding along for a while with the Snap-on 33 of TG Reese back here. And he's been all over the back of Dave Ellens racing for 10th. Just trying to get in the top 10 here in an FSB race. Very difficult. And we've still got 75 laps to go with 15 done here, Milt.
Look at that view coming up and seeing that Wolf there. Oh, a little bit of contact.
Rear panel, nice FSB logo on the back of that 115 there. Nice looking paint. Good drop there. When the boss is watching, showing the logo. Good job.
DNA's birding adventures. on the side of that
There
truck.
he goes. He
Very
must have
nice.
been listening.
Yeah, very nice
TG,
stuff. TG gets him.
go for it. Here they go. Drag race for 10th. Early on here. Craftsman Truck I Series, FSB Racing Live. Halfway through our first stint here, I think, about 17 laps.
Well, what you're seeing here is once again clean sportsmanship-based racing, and these guys are, battling no matter what position they're in, as they're battling up front, and the trucks up front have moved on down the line here. We're talking 2-second lead. Uh, uh, Matt Watkins in P3 is 2.553 seconds behind these guys. That's very
That's pretty
impressive
amazing.
to start this race.
They had no side-by-side really to deal with while these guys battled. And let's see if Matt starts to reel him in a little bit. And closest battle on the track is probably the 62 all over the back of the 13 there. It looks like no one's really fighting for position at the moment, but they're pretty close. And there's the 18 behind the 29 right there.
Yeah,
Lap
so
time's falling off
you,
much. Let's see, 32.2
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Hale that time by.
yeah, you're thinking these guys, even though maybe gas, you saw 40 there at the beginning, that was optimum. I'm sure if you ran the harder laps you ran, that number probably would go down a little bit, along with thinking about tire temperature and tire degradation, as you were talking about.
Yeah, back of your mind too. There is a tire limit, usual 3 sets. They gotta deal with tonight. Could use every bit of them. We saw that kind of as someone. I think it was it Bogard when it had held a set, thinking there was going to be another caution, didn't get one, something like that. So more strategy involved here. Lots going on when you're the driver, the crew chief, you're all of it. You're the owner. You're doing everything except changing the setup here at FSB.
Well, what I'm seeing is definite lap time degradation. They're looking at the times of Jason Seams in the 88 Exalta Chevrolet, and he's running 32.4, and his fastest lap was at 39, so 30.9. So, a second and a half a lap degradation here, as now he runs at 32.573. So she ain't turning like she was.
Yes, sir. Lap 21 of 90. You can see the ticker on screen there on YouTube, FSB Racing Live. We've got Mogard, Seams, and Watkins, your top 3, and you can see the intervals right there. That's so cool.
So when you want to break
almost
it down,
wide at the start-finish line.
If you want to break it down now, then you want to start talking about 32 to 34 pit stop. If you're going to break it 3 ways, but that's awful risky. They're at lap 22 right now, so
Yeah, it's almost 3 wide. Almost 3 wide again as the 62 is sitting in the middle. Let's see if we can see it, Sam. There we go. Guys have been getting after
there
it now.
goes that man. Here comes Matt
Holding their
Watkins
line.
up, challenging.
Whoa. Here we go, 3 wide. They're holding as long as they can. Then look, Ma, I'm on TV. We're going to hold it right here, right behind the bird as he's watching this in his rearview
Take
mirror.
pictures. All the fans are taking pictures like
Feels
crazy.
like Indianapolis right here. Pace lap at Indy. Awesome job, guys. That was cool. Except that this is 175 going in the corner, maybe.
Matt Watkins makes the pass and takes P2 now. Dude always has a plan, Jim. And his plan tonight was to back off instantly and save tires, because he was expecting green flag, and now he wants to start to work on these guys, and because they came out to shoot pretty strong. The winningest driver in FSB history, Matt Watkins, just showing you once again what he do.
Yep, Jeff Hale in the 18 running nose to tail. And now we start looking at pit road on your left when you come out of turn 4. Who practiced it in practice? Who is ready to hit this thing full speed at a green flag stop? That could make or break your position. You could definitely lose the draft. So let's see what happens here. We still got a little bit of ways to go here. We're on 25. But that could be critical. 14 trucks. Everybody's running pretty well. Getting on and off pit road. We could see this thing go green for a while.
Jared Mogard, he's been the most dominant driver throughout this league this season. He's just in all series is just you know odds on to get a top 3 or a win every night. So once again, he's pulling out there and running, but Matt Watkins is slowly chiseling away down to 1.7 seconds on that interval.
Yeah, Mogard led the most laps, 43 at Chicagoland, race 2. Pretty dominant performance there. Watkins led a lot of laps too there, but at the end, Mogard pulled away there. Watkins looking a little payback here as the hunter is now the hunted. .6 seconds now the gap between Mogard and Watkins. Lap 27, is that where we're at?
Lap 27. Justin Bird kind of settling out here in P4. Reap and Stukas going at it. Reapus being feisty tonight. Oh, it's Stukas in a little bit of rear. You know, just a little. That's just a little love tap, a little rear into the wall there. So just a little scratch on maybe the G on Flow Racing on that right-hand side.
Haven't heard his name mentioned yet. Jamison Pearson in the 22, the Sun Cruiser Chevrolet. He's holding on to 12th right now. He just got by Kevin Mays. It was a nice clean pass there. He's ahead of that little 4-car pack, but he's got a ways to go to catch someone. But it looks like he's been saving tires, and he's pulling away from these 4 just a little bit as Kevin Mays runs a little wide. Pops looks to go under Kevin now. Another swap for position, as not all races are for first.
No, I think the best for the rest that was started towards the back would be T.G. Reese and Guy Pitra. Both, you know, have got themselves into the top 10 solid in P9 and P8. And we got Sean Reeve down pit road. The Taro Ed Killer Ford is down pit road.
Is that right? Lap 30 on the button. He's going to do the math. He pulls in.
Yeah,
nails the stall. Right side goes up.
Let's see what happens.
He is rubbing that rabbit's foot, saying no yellow, no yellow, no yellow, no yellow.
I'd like to try to go a little bit longer because that last stop gives you options. But this is he's definitely
tires,
under. Yeah, he's undercutting the field with 4 tires. He's going for it. And this is a great strategy move by Sean Reap, in my opinion.
On the scanner, 09 next to pit. Andrew Elliott's calling it. The team's on the wall with the tires ready to go. Is it contagious now? How many more are we going to see pit? And a couple of them, like Guy Petra, you know, a few are going to stay out there to the last drop. My money's on Guy leading the lap here before too long. 15
Matt
on pit
down
road.
pit. Matt Watkins down pit road. Bogart staying out here.
Yep, you're right.
And now here comes the leader, the 00, Jared Morgard, hard in there. Man, that's about as good as you can do it, dude. I'm telling you, if he didn't speed, I don't know, that was smooth as glass. Just watch that entry, and then on the brakes hard, at the cones, 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, the Team Conte Sim Performance Chevrolet FAFO. Had to zoom in and read that. Team Conte. Give him a drop there. Nice job.
Yeah, I knew some Connies back in the day, I think with the E, you know. Like where I came from.
22's on pit road. Kevin Mays is on pit road. Pops is in. Justin Bird is in. Jerry's still sitting in the pace truck wanting to do a lap. Not going to get it. Mogard loose right next to that pit. Man, he nailed that pit stop. I'm very curious. Here comes Watkins. Watkins and Mogard side by side, just about off pit road. Watkins got the momentum. He's going to pass on the high side.
Jason Seams down in his stall now. Right side tires for the Exalta Chevrolet. and left side tires. 4 tires for Jason Seams. He stayed out the longest at 34. Will this help him or hurt him if this stays green? That was kind of my call. That's what I wanted to see. Just because it gives you a chance, maybe these guys might mess up and you can jump them on a caution, but not to be. And you do lose lap time. So, let's see how these guys executed these pit stops. The undercut was definitely done by Sean Reap in the 62.
Yeah, Watkins got the momentum pitting before Mogarts, but they're still together, and there's going to be a few seconds back to Jeff Hale, now showing P3, along with Sean Reap. There's Jason
Yeah,
Seams,
so Hale staying out. Or has Hale pitted yet?
Everyone is pitted. Yep, everyone is pitted.
Yeah, so what did Hale do? He had a hell of a pit stop. I guess he was on that same sequence, and he's ahead of Sean Reap.
No, he didn't. Let me double check that.
Yeah, we should see, or maybe he got 2 tires. I don't know. So something there. We are checking.
Yeah, Jeff Hale pitted on 29:30. He was one of the first ones to pit. So you get that momentum, like with Reap, right? Yep. He and Reap went 1 lap apart. They caught back up, so they're running together today. Mogard and Watkins are running together today. That's just who you found, right in the middle of the race. That's your buddy for the rest of the race. Stay with them.
Your dance partner.
You can race each other in the last 5, but help each other to get there, right? That's how we always did it. Seems back to 5th or 6th now. He's showing he was your pole sitter. He's sitting 5th. He's 5 seconds behind Watkins now. So Watkins, perennial green flag pitter, all-time FSB, and shows up.
Yeah. Well, you heard him, an interview last season, towards the end of the season. He just straight up said, I go, you didn't even have to pit that hard. He goes, I don't know how to not pit like it's it's my life. So that's how I make pit stops, whether I'm a mile in the lead or not. I'm pushing it. And he's got a review mirror of Mogard. So what does he do now here? Does he relinquish like he did before and try to come back on tire wear, or does he rethink his strategy and try to hang with the Mogard, who is obviously pushing here and trying to push him into a decision?
Seams caught up to these two, made a nice pass. I don't know if he's going to make it stick to the 62. He's running side by side with the 88 underneath. That's going to be the race for 5th now. 4th, 5th, what is that? 4th, 5th, and 6th here. Sorry, 3rd,
yeah,
4th,
so
and 5th.
Oh,
a little contact there.
Watkins goes a little that's low. A little move there. No, he didn't want that. I don't know. He came down. Wow, that's one move, but
yeah, we'll hope he didn't see him, but that was if I'm Mogard, I'm gonna be thinking, what was that? But
okay, yeah, that's exactly. That's,
we'll see.
What I would be thinking.
Hello. Stick to him like bubble gum. That's Bazooka out front, but Mogard's gonna follow right here.
Well, obviously, obviously we don't know exactly what's going on inside their heads or in the cockpit. So that being said, there they are, and they are pulling away again. This time, that answers my question. Watkins is not lying about here, and that's Jason Seams gets back into 3rd place, but he is 4.3 seconds behind these leaders. That was the result of pitting later.
Yeah, I don't think Seams is saving much. He is on it right now, or maybe he is, but he's pulling away from Hale and Reap right now, just leaving them behind. Couple good races back there, guys working together. We saw Petra and Craig Stukas, DBR guy.
Yeah, it's hard to say if that was, you stayed out late. Now you're changing your strategy, so but we're kind of seeing Matt Watkins change his strategy from the beginning. But it's still air on the nose. So he's got air on the nose, and as we have seen with these trucks, it is awful hard to pass. He's going to defend low.
Yes, they're just feeling each other out for the end of the race. Is he trying to make a move? But he may just pass him right on the outside here, as Watkins is going to have to keep it pinned to the bottom.
Well,
Alrighty then. Must be Missouri because
well,
it's time to
I
show me.
don't know. I don't think that was that smart though. Mogart tried to, like let him know I'm not happy, and I don't think that was a smart move because he used his tires up, and so you got to stay calm, man. I mean, Matt may have not seen him, or maybe who knows, but he does get the spot. But I think that's unnecessary wear on your tires.
I
I
think
don't know. Point made. So
I think yeah, point made is very nice.
he obviously was. I'm here standing here telling you I didn't like that. So
These two guys
it's
are
tough.
they are very, very, very tough racers. And as we've seen over the season, but we also know Matt Watkins, and it was not an intentional thing by Matt. I'm sure Matt was either just thinking, hey, let me see if I can get a duck in, and maybe there was a run by Mogard. But I kind of, it was a cool deal there with Mogard. I don't see that as a problem. Hey, well, I'm
You
here,
gotta
and
understand-
I want you to know that I'm still here, and I'm going to probably win this race, and you stay behind me, Mr. Watkins.
Well, we're here. We're not here to play tiddlywinks. We're here to race, and that's a dilly. It's entertainment is what we're looking at here. Good hard racing. That's hard racing. Nobody can hit anybody. They just flexing little muscles here.
Look, we've had the
Shout out to
reputation.
T. Roy Knoll, long time. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I want to say real
Booth,
quickly
they're
that
out of the,
we've had a reputation as being the church league, and that's not necessarily true, folks. We are not the church league.
Well, I mean, sportsmanship is a deal there, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, T-Roy. Shout out for T-Roy, our greatest friends and longtime FSB guy, our teammate at Donkey Bop, and good seeing T-Roy from Stockton, California. The number 17, T-Roy. No. You want some chicken, boy? I'll get you the chicken. That guy can cook chicken. You like chicken, he's a man.
Yes, sir. 47 laps done. We are Jared Mogar, Matt Watkins, Jason Seams, your top three. There's Sean Reeve, Jeff Hale, Justin Bird in sixth. Elliott, Stukas, Petra, and Reese round out the top 10. 14 truck started. We've got 13 on the lead lap. Showing Pops a couple laps down. He must have had an extra pit stop. Maybe a penalty or something. But Pops is 2 laps down. But 13 trucks in contention here on the lead lap. Halfway done now. We're at 46 of 90 at Kentucky.
We're looking at this is a good little battle here for P6 with the Birds of Word in the DeWalt Chevrolet, and he's got Elliott and Stukas closing in on him, and they're closing into Uncle Jeff here. So we got a family affair going on. And battling at 170 miles an hour, that's pretty freaking cool, man.
Well, they all fan out in the corner. Everyone's taking a little bit of a different line. 13 gets a run on Uncle on the outside, and let's see if the other 3 trucks follow.
Well, in the post-race interview, just talking, and we know these guys are class people, but then listen to them talking family, like like yes sir, and Uncle Jeff, and the respect of a young feller like Justin Bird. Obviously raised real well, and that family just they exudes class. Love racing.
Yeah,
And,
Jeff let him go there.
Yeah.
He ducks back in line, 4th in this group, and then here comes a 5th truck there. Don't count out. Who is that back there? That's going to be TG.
Well, PG's had a good run on the long run before, and so him and Guy Pitra pretty much stuck together in strategy and just running their pace, and looking at trying to get top 10s or better through the course of just outlasting these guys. they know where their skill set is. These are professional racers, and these guys understand who's a little faster, who's a little younger, who's got better, reflexes, whatever. But you run your race. You run your race the best of your ability at what your skill set is, and see how it works out. And you're just seeing the professional racing of these guys and the strategy changes and the ebb and flow of the tire wear and everything. This good stuff.
Yes, indeed. Lap 53 now, so we're less than 10 laps away from the next round of green flag pit stops. Should we get them? You see the track's a little bit bumpy when you go below that apron across the start-finish line. I was watching Guy Peacher go through there and riding along with him. It was fairly bumpy. The field's fairly spread out now, except for about 6th, 7th place. Stukas, Elliott, and the crew there, they're all close to each other. But Mogar's led the most laps here, and Watkins still hanging with him, and they are 4.6 seconds ahead of Jason Seams, so the interval has stayed the same for the last 10 laps, and 5 seconds back to Sean Reed.
So it's definitely seeing some of these in cars. You're definitely seeing they're using a little bit of brake, and then rolling to the center of the corner and trying to pick it up and use that wide exit available there to get back on it. They're not slamming the brake. They're just probably laying their foot on it a little bit, and then roll and blip and try to set the nose to get up and get right up against the wall there. Same kind of thing, outside in.
Lap times now about 32.5s for everybody, 2 seconds off all in practice times. Lights are down, track's gonna be lights are out, lights are on, track's a little faster. But look at the jump. The DeWalt truck tapes going across that start and finish line. I'm not sure how it affects the handling or whatever, but the car takes a pretty significant hop. But he's got the draft of the 62 ahead of him, going down the back straight now on lap 56. So look for Reed to pit in about 5 laps.
Yeah, that card laid is the card played, and that's what he's going to have to do here. And maybe try to hope he can, get a little better pit stop and try to make a little more movement. Thing is, here you don't want to push too hard and make a mistake, and then you're hoping you can get your competitors to make a mistake.
I'd be willing to bet.
Oh man, dude's all over him now. 13 truck adjusting, looking down low, battling.
I'd be willing to bet
Side
that
by side.
Sean Reap will likely pit on lap 60.
That's your clock.
Look for him to pit. Just a guess.
So last time Matt Watkins was as low as 1.7 seconds. Now the gap between first and second is almost a second, as Watkins is using all the track there. So they're going to probably try to push a little bit here again like they did before and see what happens. But, Matt Watkins is going to be going for it. This is must-see TV, as also the last pit stop, the 00 nailed that thing like he was a carpenter. So let's see what happens.
Yep,
A wider
don't go
line
anywhere.
for Mogard there.
Green flag pit stop schedule here. Don't go anywhere, as top 10 positions all up for grabs. 11 trucks on the lead lap now. Hale and Mays must have pitted. They're showing a lap down. No? Yes, Jeff Hale has pitted. We missed that one. Came in and got 4. Kevin Mays as well. More shortcuts
That's
going on.
super. As Mays comes out, that is undercut, like they say in road racing. It's the undercut where you try to undercut and pit early on your opponent to have fresher tires and make up time with your fresh tires before they pit and get fresh tires.
Yeah, worked well for Reed last time. We'll see where he ends up now. He's still sitting 5th going into this sequence. Lap 60 coming up soon.
Well, he proved me wrong. He is not pitted. So, ooh, gets a little sideways.
He's looking down low. That's truck language for I want to box this lap. So I'm thinking the 62 is going to stop this time. I think the 13 is going to go with him. The 18's kind of no, and they stay out, and it's Reap by himself. It's a cat and mouse here. Dave Owens pitting, Andrew Elliott pitting.
Justin Bird puts the call in. I'll be coming by next time.
And the leaders still, as Mogard has moved ahead to 1.297 seconds. I mean, it just uncanny his ability to turn it on like a fire hose and water you down. I mean, it's just like you see that a lot when he gets to going. He is going. That's amazing. There are 6,000. There are 6,000 iRating dudes out here. That's world class iRating stuff for you that Obla iRacing. That's legit. That's wow, man. That's like that's as good as anybody. That's in that top 50 in the world type land. As Matt Watkins down pit road, blowing bubble gum, bubbles.
P2, 15 truck pulls in, hits a stall. Your leader's still out.
Here comes the zero
He's
hard
coming in
in.
this time. Oh wow!
Jared Mogard, the 00 is not messing around. Let's hope he didn't speed right there. That's his heart, Jim. I mean, he had all 4 tires locked up right there. That's as hard as you can go. I don't see Matt Watkins has definitely got his match with a dude and his pit stops. Mogard is legit. Wow. That's
See any flags
impressive.
on the entry list, so we are clear. Yep. NASCAR letting them go.
We know Chili Verity and a little bit of blinking issues there on pit road. At least I saw from my screen, and now he's leaving pit road. See how this all
Mays
sorts
gonna go
out.
by on the high spot. He might catch a little draft. Here comes Watkins. Watkins will probably have the momentum to stay ahead of him, but see if Mogard can stay in the
For
draft.
how long?
This is just like how they came out last time. We're on lap 65 of 90. Racing for the
Davison
lead in
Pearson.
Kentucky. Lapped trucks
Aroma
in the way.
Joes.
People, all kinds of strategies going on here.
Aroma Joe's real iced tea and real vodka. Man, that could get messed up on that.
No quality issue for the zero, a connection issue for a second. He blinked. But
Yeah,
it
I
looks
saw
like
that
it's coming
too.
back up. We're good there. It's a 95 and holding. There it is, back to the green. So he is clear. He's right where he wants to
22.
be, right in Watkins' wake there. Just going to set him up. Just like we saw the last stint. What do you think Matt can do different this time? Let him go and try to stay with him, or outrun him? What do you think?
Well, he's blocking him already, and Mogard will not be denied. And you got to defend low and make him work the outside and try to use some stuff up. But once, he's kind of like, Secretariat. Once he gets out in front, he's gone. You can't catch that monster.
Yeah.
So Matt Watkins he's made his decisions. He's gonna try to fire off and fight right now, but that didn't last very long as Mogard's down the road.
Reap had a good stop. He came out fourth in that. He came out with Hale and Bird. They're still together. Stukas fell back, and he's with Elliott now. They're 7th and 8th last time by. TG Reese up to 9th. Pearson's up to 10th now. Kevin Mays lost a little time on that exchange of pit stops. He's back to 12th.
Well, the guys that pitted later for any chance of them making hay is to push harder, and then hopefully that works out for you because they have less laps on their last set of tires. But it hasn't looked that simple. It's just the dominance of this top 3 trucks It's just it's there. No matter when they pit, they always end up back in front.
Yeah, Kevin Mays going a lap down now. Watkins right behind him. Who is that? Dave Ellens also with them. So a couple lap trucks. Matt Watkins is kind of pulling them around the track. It's probably not helping them a lot.
Yeah, half a second there. I think it's going to shape up for a nice little battle from, you know, if they can catch the 88 it seems, it could be 4 or 5, 6 truck battle. But if not, they're still from P4 to P8. There's a nice little, couple of seconds there where they all could get coagulated here and get it on here. We got the uncle and nephew running together on the track in P5 and 6. Can they make some hay and try to catch Jason Seams as they're down by about 3 seconds. Reap is about 2 seconds behind Jason Seams as Jason Seams has lost another second on the leaders, and also Matt Watkins has lost almost a half a second on Mogard as Mogard has just said, I'm taking this race over.
Yeah, he's going to stay with it out of reach of the draft.
Wow.
I know DRS today, he's not close enough. And Mogard's pulling away in the 0. Watkins the 15. Jason Seams, your pole sitter, still sitting solidly in 3rd there. But again, 2 seconds back to Sean Reap, who's having a great race, going from 7th to 4th. And Jeff Hale from 10th to 5th, still your hard charger so far, Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed with Sean, having to go to the cockpit view versus what he was, analytical, smart guy. And now he's back in his wheelhouse. He's putting it all together, and he's got that brain that is just really good under pressure and really good with strategy and maximizing stuff. And that's why you're seeing him always in the mix for, the podium.
Yep, behind him, Bird goes underneath Hale. They're playing a little leapfrog now. Bird goes to lead this group. Stukas is right in the middle of the family affair there. Jumps right in. So
Yeah, I
these
think
three trucks are lined up, but they can't really reel in Reap that much. It's still a 2 second gap.
Well, you see them all taking a different line, and that's just smart pull. They're knowing, look, man, we know which trucks are faster. We're going to let them by. They know the 18 is faster, so they don't make it hard because that just loses you time. This is just calculated, trying to maximize to come down here and see if they can, try to get on the podium and talk to us, We're hoping to do a new thing here where we, get these guys to line up post race and the top 3. We're working on some stuff, just little aesthetic things every week, trying to make the product better as they're going at it here. It's just, the product is these guys racing. We just talk about it. It ain't about us, man. It's just about these guys getting it done and doing a great job.
There we have the 09 knocking on the door. Hey, remember me? And here he is on the outside of Jeff Hale. He's with Stukas. We got a 4-truck battle for position here. This is looking to try to get 5th. Keep an eye on these guys here with 25 to go. No, 15 to go, excuse me. Low racing, 18 of Stukas to the bottom. He wants to lead this pack here. Let's see if he has enough momentum to hold it on this next turn 1 and turn 2. Or does the 13 carry the momentum around the outside? Nice view from the FSB blimp. I think he's been
who do we got flying that blimp there? We got any old FSB drivers flying the blimp there? Hope they don't crash. Maybe T-Roy's flying that blimp.
T-Roy up in the blimp,
T-Roy's,
checking in.
That's T-Roy up in the blimp, checking in. Great stuff. A lot of history in this league and friends and fellowship, and we're all glad to be a part of it. Matt Watkins would like to be a part of. Oh, we got a battle here with these guys. as I predicted, I think there's going to be a great little race these guys are going to put on. The best of the rest as the leaders run off and left these guys. Elliott down
Reed
way
put another
low, and
second and
these
a
guys
half on
down
him.
way high. Well, they're
Yep,
using
Sean Reed
every
put a
inch of this
second and a
track
half on
now.
him.
What is the 13 is doing is starting to use the Richard Petty line up there, the Kyle Larson line, and seeing if he can make that work. That we haven't really seen that yet, but we know we heard Uncle talking about how Justin's knowledge of racing and watching it and translating it and working it into his sim racing program.
Side by side they go, 18 and the 13 again, and Sean Reed, but just ahead of them, looking back, likes what he sees. He's trying to back up his 5th place finish from last week with a 4th here this week. So trying to stay in the top 5, the 62, likes what he sees as these guys are just battling here. 10 to go, coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, we just love, we've always picked up these other, Pearson and Elliott for our, Donkey Bob long distance racing, and now picking up Stukas, just another young guy just fitting in real well with our young guys, and they're having fun. That if they're not practicing racing, then they're killing each other online too. So, I mean, they're in our Discord for hours, and it's just like so cool. It's like feel like a proud papa,
I believe
watching
that,
these kids have fun.
I believe Matt Watkins is running Jared down.
Yeah, so we're looking at
1.1.
the interview. 1.1. That's what he tried to do the first run. Dude never quits. He's always got a plan. He's always got a strategy.
1 second even there, let's see.
Tick, 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 tick. 9 to go.
We're battling for 5th. We're trying to see if we're going to have a battle for the lead. 11 trucks on the lead lap. Clean and green so far. Announcer's jinx. Bogard with a little bit of a blink on my screen. He is back. So
Yeah, he's had a little connection
hit, but he's
issues.
okay now. But not in traffic, not an issue. Just keep running your line. It'll work out fine. Hey, he gained another 10th back on the lead that lap. It looks like they're identical lap. Bird and Stukas must have crossed the line side by side. All 3 trucks still battling. Elliott waiting to
His
pounce.
last lap of 32.3. Jared Morgard a 32.2. So Morgard is feeling that presence, and so he cranks out a lap with the 10th faster than Watkins.
09 draws alongside on the outside. He's got the draft of the 13. That might pull him around here. Side by side, racing for 7th place, Stukas and Elliott. Not quite there.
Well, by now, 90 laps like the real guys, they run, like a lot more. They run a 400 miler, I'm telling you, these guys are fatigued. People got lives, Whoa!
09
Yeah,
throws it in there. He hangs on. He's going to lose some momentum, though. Here comes the 18 charging back. So it seems like if you draw back a little bit, you can make a nice charge on the truck in front of you, but you get around. Oh, look at the 09 doing everything he can here with just a handful of laps to go.
Yeah, definitely the race on the track for excitement as Matt Watkins gave it a valiant effort, but it just looks like Jared Mogard is on rails. He's on the FSB choo-choo train with just a few laps to go, completing lap 87. Very soon here, just mowing them down with those chrome wheels. It's just uncanny to watch and see the skill level when you see him up against these other badass drivers, and you're just like, and he's whipping them. I mean, He's out pitting Matt Watkins. I mean, that when do you see that happen? I mean, it's not no smoke and mirrors, man. Dude is out executing. That's how it's pretty simple. And I've watched few races in my time, just on rails there. Great racing
Yep,
by all these
solid performance
guys.
so far with just a couple to go. I'm showing 2 to go on my screen.
Yes, sir.
Lap
Two to go.
89 of 90. Two to go. Watkins is like I could see him, but that's it. You know, I mean, and I think I would take that as like, man, I read, I Matt Watkins ran a perfect race and he got whooped. You know,
Here we go. Bird and Stuka side by side. They're going to take the white flag next time by. Oh, the 13 gets in front of him on the high side, slams the door, goes to the bottom. There we go. Racing for 6. Yes, Mogard pulling away to the win. Let's see if we can get a close finish at the line. Watkins is locked into second. Seems hanging on to third. He's 4 seconds clear of Reap. Reap is a good 3.5 seconds ahead of these guys. Great job by them. But Justin Bird, Craig Stukas, Andrew Elliott fading just a little bit. Let's see if Stukas has thrown it in the last corners here. 13 covers it. There's 88. P3 getting on a podium there. Congratulations, teams, with a TQ and a podium. Extra point for the pole, right? Oh, the 13 at the line. Photo
go
finish,
ahead,
Sam.
but
How
this
close
can't
was it?
make it.
Woo, Jared Mogard taking the win. Second win of the season for the 0. Clean and green, folks. Jerry's fell asleep in the pace truck, and we didn't even have to turn the key. How about that?
Yeah,
Clean and green
absolutely.
here at FSB. Great job, guys. Great job. Great job, Jared Mogard, putting on a show. Light 'em up.
Milk 'em if you got 'em. That's the double zero. You know it says zero there because the zero is still my number in FSB, in case you were wondering. I'm a little sensitive about that. Yeah, Matt Watkins, great race. Jason Seams with fantastic P3 as they're lining up here. I'm not sure if Matt got the memo or not, but we're going to try to get these guys so we can at least see their trucks and stuff as we do we interview the top three. So you want to do the rundown there, Jim? The rest of
Yeah,
this?
well, as the drivers funnel in here, thanks, guys. Jared Mogard taking the win there. Led the most laps, 0-0. 0. Matt Watkins second. Jason Seams in the 88 third. Sean Reap, good run in fourth. Justin Bird, P5 with a great race with Stukas to the line there. Andrew Elliott, 7th. TG Reese came all the way back from 13th to 8th on that one. Clean, and a green run for TG Reese. Jamison Pearson started 8th, finished 9th. Jeff Hale had an adventurous, started 10th, finished 10th. Guy Petra, Dave Ellens, Kevin Mays, and Pop Margerson round out the top 14 here at Kentucky. Race number 5 in the books, and our first two-time repeat winner of the season, Jared Mogard, taking a win. Let's see if we can round up everybody. All right, the guys are here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Take it away, Milt. Looks like a very fun track. Yes, Milt's doing
Okay,
his post
sorry
race
there.
video.
Yeah, I was muted there. I
You're
was
good.
talking to myself, which I do a lot. Okay, so yeah, what a great race. Clean race, no cautions, and hard racing too. Uh, it just doesn't get any better than that. Great pit stops, great multiple strategies. We, we could probably interview everybody, but we're going to interview the top three, and that starts out with Jason Seams in the '88 Exalta Chevrolet. Jason, tell us about your race.
And it was fast right out the gate, and ended up getting the pole. I did better this time than I did in the last race that I got the pole. I was burning my tires off just trying to keep up with them guys, so it would fade right at the end. But still, all in all, pretty good race, and congratulations to those guys.
Yeah, so I haven't driven in a while or driven anything, especially here. Uh, but I was seeing like, were you trail braking a little bit into the corners, or was it just straight let off and then get back on the gas? Uh, and how were you trying to save your tires?
Yeah, boy, one corner is a lot easier than the other. One, it just, I don't know, to me, it seems like it plows like a dump truck. So it's how you can let off and turn in, and, you're looking for the best runoff, which definitely those guys had a little bit better runoff than I did. But it's a tough track, and it just felt tight to me.
Absolutely, and you run what you brung, and they are fixed setups, and they don't always fit for everybody. But great way of adapting and doing the best race you could. So your pit strategy, uh, you put. So what lap did you pit on the first? So many did so many different things, and what was your thinking there?
I just wanted to make sure and give myself some, little option, a little couple laps to play with there on that last one. I did pit a little early on the second one from what I could have, but I was like, man, I don't really want to lose the ground. I was just trying to get a third at that point because I knew I weren't going to catch those guys. So just try to, get the best tire wear, get the most amount of decent tire and just not lose ground. So it was close. Guy behind me there, he caught up a little bit, and I was like, it's getting close. But it planed out. So ended up being a good night. I'll take it.
Absolutely, P3 with this great competition. P2, Matt Watkins. Uh, did we lose the stream there? I'm a little confused here. Anyway, so I think we're still on.
We're still good.
Yeah, we're still good. Okay, Matt Watkins, man, what a run there. You kind of looked like instantly you backed off and just said, okay, I'm just gonna follow these guys, and you had a really good run there. That first going into the first pit stop, staying out late, and catching dudes at the end, and then a patented Matt Watkins pit stop. But uh, you caught some ground there in that first stop. What did you think was going to happen after that?
Well, I short pitted every run, just trying to make something happen out of it. But I was behind on tires every run. But yeah, I don't know. We were just got behind from the start of the. I don't know what happened at the start of the race, but just caught in a huge hole as soon as the race started. Whatever happened up
Yeah, it
front
kind
there,
of stacked up in front of you. Yeah.
yeah, that killed us. I mean, give up 2 seconds to start the race, just hard to come back from. But we tried. Short pitted each run, try to undercut it, but yeah, it wouldn't have happened without a caution.
Absolutely there, and your stops were were Matt Watkins stops, and but man, so that's a great run for you though, and great points, and we'll have to see how that comes out. But you were leading the points up to this point. Are you planning on? So you're here to race for a championship, right?
I doubt it, to be honest, but we'll
Oh,
see.
okay.
But no, it was what it was. But no, congrats to Jared. He had it going tonight. So good job for him for sure.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, there we have the man here in the 000. What a dominant finish there. 1.8 second over Matt Watkins there, and P3 was 12.3 seconds back. Just put a whoop in there, and those pit stops were. I was like, I didn't know anybody could pit any faster than Matt Watkins, and I think I saw it tonight. That just the whole package of dominating that race. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was a good run there. I wasn't really sure how it was gonna go, but qualified second, and coming to the start of that race, I decided to first gear start it, and I'm assuming Jason did second, which is normal. But RPMs are so low, I dropped it down to first, and yeah, got a good jump there and took the lead, and
Yeah.
just uh, like Matt said, I looked at the time after lap one, and it was 2 seconds back. I was like, holy crap! But yeah, so I mean that helped start, but yeah, I ran that first run hard, and Matt was starting to catch me there a little bit, and just when I seen he pitted the following lap, just to not lose too much time, and worked out there. We had a good race. He was doing a good job of defensive driving and trying to take the air off, and actually because of that, I kind of found that outside lane, and found that outside lane on 3 and 4, and that actually helped me throughout the run.
We really enjoyed that in the booth because you guys were, you weren't laying a finger on each other, but you guys were definitely racing hard, and we really enjoyed that little bit there. And you guys kind of, had some panache and flair there on a little bit of truck language with each other, but no contact and good hard racing, and we loved the heck out of that. So that's for sure. So awesome run, man, and awesome pit stops, green flag racing, great racing throughout the field, great broadcast. Anything else you'd like to say, Jared?
Yeah, no, just congrats to Matt, man. Yeah, that was a blast racing him. Congrats to Jay. The last couple of weeks he's been rolling. He's been on my tail. It seems like every week, and I kind of cost us at California. We were kind of working together there, and I cost us at Auto Club, but he was right there with me there too. So been fun racing him, racing everybody really over here. Just congrats to the top three. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast, and Sam and everybody over here, Kevin and everybody at FSB. And yeah, hopefully the fans enjoyed it, and we'll be back next week for the trucks, and we'll be back Friday for the cup race. So thank you guys.
Outstanding. Great
All
job.
right,
Very
Jimmy,
nice.
take her away.
Yeah, thank you, Milt. Great job again. So, repeat winner there, Jared Mogart. Is going to be just behind Matt Watkins in the points there. Heading to next week. We're going to Bristol next week. It's been a century since I've been there, so it'll be nice to get back to Bristol. Then we're going to have a road course on the horizon there, Watkins Glen, and I'm going to continue to bug Milt. And if he's not going to run in that one, I might have to be an in-race reporter for that one, or we might both. I don't know. We have to go nuts. It's a road course. So, Jason, seems great run, buddy. Appreciate you coming up here and having an interview. And thank you, Sam
Yeah, no
Young,
problem.
for yes, sir. Thanks, Sam Young, for handling everything behind the scenes. Great job with the replays and everything. It's been fantastic here, and thanks for having us to join back here at FSB Racing Live and to do these broadcasts. It's been a blast. So we will get
Love
out of
doing
here,
it.
and we will see you next week at Bristol. Thank you, Sam, and FSB Racing Live, and then at FSBRacing.com. They're racing Mondays, Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and every race in between. iRacing's running 24/7. So for Milt Minter Jr., Sam Young, I'm your host, Jim Ray. We'll see you next time. FSB out.